Hello everybody. Today we are going to be making a rainbow stack. That's where we're going to draw 6 different things that are stacked on top of each other, and they're each going to be a color from the rainbow. So a way that we remember those colors is Roy G. Biv. So we have red for the R in Roy, orange and yellow, and then G for green, and then Biv is blue. And normally in the rainbow you have indigo and violet, but most of our crayon packs just have the purple. So we're just going to do purple that will represent indigo and violet, because those are just 2 different shades of purple. So this can be any type of objects you want. They could be cups, you could stack some cats on top of each other, or some unicorns, maybe some birthday gifts, some hats. I know there's a book about a man with a bunch of hats. You can ask Miss Brockhughes about that. Ice cream cones. These are all things that you could stack to make your rainbow stack. To help you make your things the same size, you're going to start with a stencil, and you want this to be very simple. For instance, I'm going to show you the stencil I used for my unicorns. I made this my stencil, and then all the other little details I just added after I traced it, but this just made sure that all my unicorns were the same size. So you're going to get a smaller piece of paper, and this time I'm going to do a stack of rainbow frogs. So I'm going to draw just an oval shape for my frog's body, and I want to make it small enough to where I can have 6 of them stacked up. They might not fit all in one row though. You might have to stagger them a little bit. But just make sure it's not a huge shape, or you're not going to fit them all on your paper. So then I'm going to cut this out. Now I could just draw 6 ovals on here, but they will probably not be the same size. This helps me make all of my objects the same size. Okay, so I'm going to start tracing those. And you can start at the top or bottom with your colors. Also, you don't have to do them in the exact order of the rainbow. As long as you have all 6 colors represented somewhere, that's okay. So I'm going to trace my red oval, and then to make it look like a frog, I'm going to add some details to it. Maybe some nostrils. There's its little front legs, and then its back legs. I'm going to do more color to this in a minute, but first I'm going to draw the rest of mine. So the next, below it, I'm going to have my orange, and I left a little space since I'm drawing those eyes on top. Now you can change different things about it. You could change the facial expressions if you do an animal. So they don't have to be all completely identical. So then I'm going to have my yellow. My green. Blue. And actually, I'm trying to think, if I have blue here, I might not be able to fit purple completely here. So maybe I'll have blue and purple next to each other, because my stencil was a little big to fit all of them in one row. And then purple will be over here. They're holding up the bottom together. And then at the very bottom, they're going to be sitting on a really big lily pad. So let's talk about adding color to our rainbow stacks. I'm going to show you some of the finished examples for this. Sometimes you might have lighter and darker colors of the same color. For instance, you might have red, and then pink is actually red with white mixed to it. So pink is light red. So you could use that on your red object to add more details. Here I have a light and a darker green, but also you can use the neutral colors. The neutral colors are the ones that aren't on the rainbow. They're not warm or cold, they are just in the middle. So black and brown are some examples of neutral colors. Gray, white are also other examples. And so you could use those for details as well. For instance, I used the black to draw my cat's whiskers. And on the presents here, I used some black to do some different details. Also, you don't have to color the whole object in. For my unicorns, I just chose to make their hair the rainbow color. And I did add yellow horns to all of them. So if it's a small little detail, you can use a different color of the rainbow on it in different areas. Another thing you could do is if you don't want it to be a stack, maybe you want it to be a row, so you could turn your paper this way. Maybe I have 6 fish going in a row, or it's a caterpillar's body. So if you have an idea that way, you could do that too. All right, so take your time on this and be creative. You can use one of my examples, but there's so many things that you could choose. So think about your favorite animal, or think about an object that you like, and that's what you could choose for your rainbow stack. So take your time, make these colorful, and have an incredible art class.